catering and cooking for a course of 2 years. The young trainees benefit from the technical training platforms of the Lycée Hôtelier d'Arta as well as those of Sunny Hill Center of Arta Vocational Training Center, which is an application center for training in the hotel industry. The professional internship will take place in the hotels. The creations of this BTS cuisine aims to improve the skills of our young graduates in cooking and also to provide local market with real chef training in the country. This training will be done in the partnership with the Tunisian Agency for Training in Tourism Professions. More generally, it must be said that the hotels and tourism sector is booming with the international tourism revenue up 9.51% per year on average between 2010 $18 million and 2016 $34 million. Also, the tourism sector should generate in our country some 30,000 direct jobs with 500,000 tourists per year by 2030 and contribute to the GDP beyond 10% by 2035 according to forecasts. For his part, the Minister of National Education Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohammed Mahamoud, said, "We met today," he said, "in Arta, in the Sunny Hill Center, is around a project around of will and an ambitions for young people for the development of our country, and more precisely in the field of hospitality and promising sectors in our country, which has been booming economically for several years despite the difficult situations we are currently experiencing because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we are witnessing the official launch of the new BTS cuisine, something that is new in Djibouti. The BTS cuisine, a project that has been close to my heart since the inaugurations of Sunny Hill Centers in 2018 by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. Sunny Hill Center is our pride as the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, but also the pride of all the inhabitants of Arta because it is the fruit of their high school hotel. The hotel school is nowadays almost all the staffs who work at Sunny Hill Center who want to improve and who make its reputations are all graduates of this Arta High School, and most of them are children of this region. After the commune of capital city, the Minister of National Education Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohammed Mahamoud, went to meet the people of Artas region. More than 200 people responded to the call of MENFOP, including local authorities, elected officials, notables, and customary chief, parents associations, educational community, and force of the life in the chief town and all localities in the region. After a welcoming speech by the prefect and the president of the region, the guests were able to watch a short video presentations and presentations of educational achievements over the past 4 years in the region. Multi-faced achievement in terms of building schools, but also improving the quality of teaching, learning in accordance with the recommendations of the symposiums and consultation of 2016. In his speech, the Minister of National Education Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohammed Mahamoud, explained at length the ambitions of this new partnership between MENFOP and the actors of the school, which aims at laying the foundations of a citizen school by promoting a greater involvement of the different actors of the school in the functioning and influence of schools. A partnership whose purpose is to strengthen and perpetuate the permanent dialogue between the schools and its user, to inform the communal and regional actors on the main achievements since the 2016 symposium, and finally to fructify the collaboration between MENFOP and the actors and partners of the schools by widening the horizons of involvement of the actors of the school for the children, for the school success of the children. Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud insisted on the salient axis of this partnership, which is based on accountability, proactivity of MENFOP to the expectations and educational needs of school actor, interactivity through a permanent exchanges with the ladders on the basis of a sustainable functioning consultation structure, such as networks of parent association, networks of associations working in the field of education by commune or region. The Minister of Equipment Transport, Musa Mohammed Ahmed, participated on October 20, 2020 in Alexandria, Egypt, in the 65 ordinary sessions of the Executive Bureau of the Council of Arab Ministers of Transport, where Djibouti is a member. This meeting on the Executive Bureau was followed by the 33 round sessions of the Council of Arab Transport Ministers, which was held in Alexandria on 21 October 2020. On the sidelines of these meetings, the 25th sessions of the General Assembly of the Arab Academy for Science, Technology and Maritime Transport was held on 21 October 2020 at ministerial levels. Mr. Ali Shehem Dawood, Director of Maritime Affairs, participated alongside the ministers in this meeting. On the agenda of these various meetings were several points of common interest in the field of transport, land, area, air, sea and rail. In his speech, Musa Mohammed spoke about the development in the field of transport and port infrastructure in Djibouti regarding COVID-19. The minister informed the councils of the establishment of the government of Djibouti of a series of measures to better control the spread of the pandemic. Despite its impact on the economy, government of Djibouti to focus on the protection of its population. The Director General of the National Agency for the Disabled Persons, Douale Said Mahmoud, received in this morning in their headquarters a large lot offered by the Italian military bases stationed in Djibouti. This important lot is generally composed of wheelchairs for disabled persons as part of the improvement of living conditions of people with disability on our territory. In addition to the Director General of the NPH, Douale Said Mahmoud, and Colonel Chiedi Michele, commanders of the Italian base in Djibouti, the reception ceremony was attended by the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Momina Ahmed Hassan, and the Member of Parliament, Ismail Sanalasse. In his speech, the commanders of the Italian base in Djibouti, Chiedi Michele, welcomed the donations made by the Italian government through military support stationed in Djibouti. For his part, the Director General of the NPH, Douale Said Mahmoud, thanked the Italian military forces stationed in Djibouti for their tireless efforts for the constant improvement of the lives of the disabled in Djibouti. He also indicated that this important batch will serve the disabled persons, will bring more relief to them. Celebrating Global Hand Washing Day in Darfur, Tajura region, the Association for the Integrated Development of the Mabla region, ADIM, in partnership with UNICEF, celebrate Global Hand Washing Day in the locality of Darfur in the Tajura region. This event also generates a massive mobilization of the inhabitants of Darfur localities, men and women, young and old. This celebration took place simultaneously within the community composed of village groups such as the village committee, sensitization agents and community leaders, and in the presence of many personalities, including the elected representative of this locality, Mr. Muhammad Hagayo, the village chief, Mr. Mohammed Ahmed, the regional inspectors of education of Tajura, Mr. Muhammad Adangele, who honored with this presence to participate in this event that marked this day at the level of the school group, where it was proceeded to the installation of a hand washing station equipped with a hand washing system, both collective and individual, to allow the school populations the efficient and effective use of the devices and time at the time of caterings and or physical education sessions before returning to class. On these occasions, the ADIM staff, the inspectors, and local authorities surrounded by students used the hand washing stations to promote these preventive gestures. The president of the Association for the Integrated Development of Mabla, Mr. Hamad Hassan Hamadou, spoke at the microphone of RTD to explain the importance of practicing hygiene and the choice of this locality for the celebrations of this World Day here in the villages of Dafo, which is only a return to square one, while specifying that it is the first locality to benefit from the actions that ADIM has implemented in the field of water hygiene and sanitation, while recalling the rehabilitation of the latrines of this school with the support of UNICEF. As part of fight against illegal trade, the Egyptian Armed Forces says that yesterday, Thursday, a large quantity of cat during night operations elements of the military schools of Haj Hassan Guled in the city of Holhol intercept a car carrying a large numbers of packages of smuggled cat, each containing more than 100 packages. The cargo was discovered in a hard in rich areas of Ali Sabih district during a simple routine operations. Elements of military academy intercepted this impressive quantity of smuggled cat, making it one of the largest seizures of smuggled cat in the year 2020. The values of the shipments of the black market in one day on Thursday is estimated at more than 1 million of our franc. The value of the black market cargo is one day on Thursdays. The head of the Customs Department, Mr. Guled Ahmed, immediately alerted the Director General of the Customs to send a team of the Customs Mobiles Brigade led by the Customs officers in charge of Mobile Brigade Service of the contributions. In this case, Mr. Yahya Musa Ige, the Customs teams that went to the Holhol Military School to receive this product was warmly welcomed by the head of the corpus and his staff officers of this noble military school. In an interview, the chief of staff of the military school, Colonel Muhammad Jama Qayad, said that assisting customs officers in the fight against smuggling and is one of the mission of the school in applications of standard procedure. Customs officers and military destroyed by fires all the smuggled goods at the press briefings at the end of the operation. The head of the mobile customs brigade, Yahya Musa Ige, handed over the congratulations of the Director General of the Customs to the head of the corpus of the old soldiers and the military school before warning the smugglers that the customs and military elements will continue to work hand in hand and carry out the fight against illegal trade, which is damaging to the national economy of our country. For the international scene, Saad Hariri, Lebanon former head of government, was appointed prime minister by President Michel Aoun on Thursday after political consultations at the presidential palace in Baghdad. After resigning almost a year ago, Saad Hariri was again appointed Prime Minister of Lebanon to form a government on Thursday, October 2020. The presidency reported after binding parliamentary consultations conducted by head of state Michel Aoun. He was chosen by a majority of 65 deputies, according to the statement read at the press conference by a senior officials of the presidency, promising a team of experts who could not come from political parties. Saad Hariri pledged in a short television speech is to form a government quickly because time is running out and the country is facing its one of and only chance. Rafiq Hariri's son resigned almost a year ago to the day under the pressures of an unprecedented popular uprising and will have to work to form a new government teams in Lebanon in fuel economy collapse. His predecessor Mustafa Adib, who was appointed on August 31, threw in the towels on September 26 without having been able to form a cabinet, believing it impossible to overcome the rivalry between parties over the allocations of the ministries and to form a government. The international community expects the new government to undertake wide-ranging reforms before releasing vital financial support, but in the multi-faced Lebanon, where the president must be Christians, the prime ministers are Sunni Muslims, and the head of the Shia Muslims parliament leaders subscribes to the endless horses trading that dragged out the formations of any government for months. As soon as the consultations are over, the battles of the government's formation is predicted by Hezbollah affiliate daily at Al-Akhbar, which predict even more political tensions. Saad Hariri won the support of most Sunni deputies, and the formations of Druze leaders Walid Lamblat, the Hezbollah bloc, a heavyweight in Lebanese politics, did not express a preference, but it is main ally, the Amal movement, supported the appointment of Saad Hariri, suggesting a tacit agreement of the Shiite Hezbollah. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.